Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away.
Hey, 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 body, say do you remember? Body, dancing in September. Body, never was a cloudy day. Ba-doom, ba-doom, whoa-ha-ha, 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 whoa-ha, whoa-ha. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jade and XD. We are back from our not break.
Yeah. It's a break.
But it was a break here from the main stage, you know. Let it breathe a little bit, little room to, you know, air the poots out, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you got to let the poots out.
No, it's true. Breathe. We'll talk about that.
That. Before we begin, just because we were gone didn't mean that there was a ceasefire happening. So with that being said, Jade, give us our news for this week.
Unfortunately not. So we are currently on day 339 of the ongoing genocide in Palestine and Gaza, because at this point it has entered the West Bank, Gaza, Rafah, all over the place. And it's so disgusting. So literally as of yesterday, I believe there was a massacre. Now, again, like XD said, there's been no ceasefire and there has been death and injuries every single day because we know they are being targeted as a people. Yeah. But there was a great massacre yesterday. There was an Israeli bombing of over 20 plus tents in Al-Mawasi, which is the south. A massacring of over 40 displaced people while they were sleeping. And injured 60 people. So the bombs were so powerful that were used. I need you all to really put this into perspective. They were so powerful that they left 29-foot craters. That's the bombs that were used on 20 tents. Imagine going to a campground and somebody bombs 20 families on that campground and leaves 29-foot craters. That's how powerful they were. They're continuing to dig for bodies in the sand. The footage is absolutely awful. It's atrocious. Babies and children and innocent people just casually getting killed constantly. And this is not even casual killings. And where are you people who love to pipe up about veganism and the earth and the animals and the this and the that? Y'all don't have shit to say. If you don't give a fuck about humanity, what about these 29-foot craters in the ground? If you can't give a fuck about a human being, what about all the other stuff that you stay screaming about? Doesn't matter at this point. So that was awful. And again, these people are not numbers. This is not 20 tents were not bombed. 20 families were bombed. And we don't know how many people per family, who survived And if they are the only survivor who had to wake up and know that all of their loved ones are gone, and then we know that this has been a narrative literally shy of a whole year for this particular iteration of the occupation and the genocide. We know really this has been an ongoing thing since 1948. There are quote unquote settlers who are taking over people's farms and land, building gates, and the next day they come back and they're like, "No, this is ours because we have the right to it." That's absolutely mad. Imagine you leave, you go to work, you come home, and there's a bunch of people sitting at your dining room table and they tell you, because of my birthrights, I have a right to take your home away from you. So putting that into perspective, how this is working. Also, remember that polio is on the rise in Gaza, and 69% of the children have since received their first doses of the polio vaccine, and they're going to start in the north soon. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I never want to tell anybody to not do something, but that is concerning. That is concerning because if you all will bomb them and kill them to death, who's to say
what's stopping you?
Right. Like, why do we all of a sudden care about the disease that they could get? Either A, because of the selfishness of what it could spread to your awful, atrocious French, American, whoever soldiers, or I don't know, you're just trying to find another way to massacre these people. But the next thing is we are currently on day 515 of the ongoing genocide in Sudan. Also, things have ramped up just all over the place. There was RSF attacks reported on the village of Malat al-Shabab, Sinar State, and Al-Qalab Jazeera State, from which all residents were forcibly displaced. As many as 30 RSF drones reportedly shot down today in El Fashir. Also, there was heavy RSF shelling on Sinar Main's market that left 25 civilians dead and 100 injured. 100 people. Again, in Sudan, these people have been displaced from their homes, told one day to get out, attacked, killed, sexually assaulted. They are wandering. A lot of them don't even have tents. They don't even have tents. They're just in the wilderness of Ethiopia. Some have tried to return home. We know there has been heavy destruction to Khartoum, which, if you listen to the episode of Getting Grown with Sarah, BS on Blast Online, who has been,
very good episode, by the way.
And Sarah has been such a key part of understanding the detriment of what the situation is, bringing attention to it and allowing us to go and learn for ourselves as well. She's such a gift to this world. And so when she broke down how she lived in Khartoum, how it was the capital and it was thriving, and you got the marketplaces, and you think about places like Brooklyn, you think about places like Flatbush, and this is our homes, right? And we'll just say, oh, I got to run over to church and go to the Botanica, or I have to go run over to Ocean and go here, or whatever the case is. And to think of that these people had these lives and then one day they don't have it any longer. And not only are they constantly in jeopardy of death, but they are walking around with nothing anymore because it's all been snatched from them. So again, we are going to continue to bring attention to what's going on around the world, including what's happening here at home, and know that they are all interconnected. Again, like we talk about that all the time. There's a reason why we are so invested in what's happening. So those are the updates this week.
Yeah. My political chat needs to be. I have to explain something. Have I talked to you about Tiffany Henyard?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I want to talk to you all today about Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who is a Black woman mayor. Very she's very like if one of the city girls was like working in government.
Kind of like how Lori Lightfoot's if like one of the OJs was working in government.
Funny you mentioned them.
Uh-oh.
They come up in this story.
Okay.
So Tiffany Henyard is the mayor of Dalton Village, or the village of Dalton in a suburb of Chicago. And she is the supervisor of another town nearby. So it's almost like she's mayor of two towns. Right?
Okay.
Mama has been embezzling funds, but she has done it in such an intricate way.
JT, no.
Yeah, you can't like she used the city credit card to spend $40,000 on Amazon, and nobody can figure out how you spend $40,000 at Amazon.
WGN Investigates has an update on dysfunction in Dalton, where local leaders are fighting over transparency, spending, and safety. Now the South Suburbs' controversial mayor is firing back, and it all played out at a public meeting last night.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trust.
She found a way to figure out how to use the corporate credit card or the city credit card to fund trips for conferences in like Paris. And like she got
bitch, you are supervising a town in Illinois. What the fuck business
what the fuck?
You got in Paris?
Yeah, or they'll go to like New York for a conference. But I'm like, what conferences are you going to learn how to run a fucking town? And then because she's always for the kids. So like she uses like the city funds to like make posters for herself and like propaganda and submit people.
Wait, hold on. I need to look this bitch up. I need to look at her eyes. What's her name?
Keisha? Tiffany Henyard.
Okay.
Tiffany Tiffany Henyard. Like if you look on YouTube, the news I've never seen news channels that have lines on YouTube dedicated to her. So like if you go on WGN in Chicago and you look on their YouTube channel, there is a whole line of videos dedicated to Tiffany Henyard. Why WGN had to sue the city of Dalton to get records that are public knowledge because they refuse to submit financials to the state and to anybody else.
Not who wore it best, Tiffany and Tiffany. Yo, every picture they post of Lori Lightfoot is crazy. Like it's so disrespectful.
So guess who discovered that they have been doing all this like shady dealings with money? Lori
Harvey.
Yeah. She ran the special investigation to figure out that there was some shit afoot, and the trustees they're all like esteemed Black women, and it's a very Black town. Both of these are, and so they're very like it's mess and beef, right? And so then she hired a police chief who just got indicted for bankruptcy fraud and fraud from the city because he's a police chief, but he received $130,000 in overtime pay.
What?
On top of his extra salary.
It's lawless in Illinois.
Yo, and then she found a way to fire everybody, keep his job, and figure out a way so he could still be sheriff, but he don't have a gun. So he's still sheriff, but he doesn't have a gun.
What's he gonna do? Blow a whistle?
Literally.
What?
And then the other day, she illegally hired a new administrator without like
her cousin,
because probably who has felonious past himself.
Of course. What? It couldn't be any.
And also her honorary like thing, like she used the city's funds to get us roller skating rink for the children for the city.
Okay. That sounds like how
opens. It only opens when she has an event there, which is either a campaign event or something for her charity,
or her niece's birthday.
Her name, and her charity just got shut down by the state government because of some shady financial dealing. So Tiffany Henyard, if you want to have like a deep dive, go on YouTube and search Tiffany Henyard. It is wild.
I'm looking.
We might have to do an ABC show.
I think
Tiffany
we
Henyard
might need to, because this is pure nigga shit.
Oh yes, that is the news. I was like, damn, I'm old. I'm like watching the news, but no, fuck that. This is entertaining. Like, bitch, what the fuck do you mean?
And Lori Lightfoot looks like me every like school drop off if I slept in a suit. It's
like Lori Lightfoot looks like she's a cartoon villain that just got electrocuted.
And it got to they showed the little skeleton with the human at the same time.
Yeah, and like smokes and like
this bitch is exhausted. Like this bitch is exhausted.
And what's crazy is that she never used to look like that. Like she used to look like a lively person.
Hold on, let me see. Lori Lightfoot.
Like when she was campaigning.
Before and after office. Here we go. Yeah. God damn. This bitch has been awake for 40 days and 40 nights. Wait. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, wait. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Mama looks different.
She got a French roll and a beat. This is a totally different person. She looks like Regine Hunter age.
Yeah.
Who is this new person?
She from Regine to Raccoon.
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, she got a white wife?
That doesn't surprise me.
I'm not either, but she's tall.
She gives me Wanda Sykes energy anyway.
Yeah, she does. Especially when she was walking out of the store with that big old thing of beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look at this bitch about to go get lit.
She's not a stud. She's a stone top. Those are two different things.
Oh, she is, because she's dressed like Morris Chestnut right here in this picture with Nelson Mandela back in the day. And she got a flat top. Nigga, this is...
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Goodness.
Sorry. That was a lot in a sentence.
Today is the catch-up day. We've been gone for like hellas, and so we're gonna tell you all what happened to us since we've been gone.
Yes.
Yeah, and discuss some shit that's happened in pop culture. Maybe if we get to it. Let's pay some bills. Thank you for supporting us and holding us down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
While being been away, but tell a friend we bake each and every Friday on Patreon. Tell them, become an agent of chaos. It's been such a community while we were gone. Things didn't stop.
No.
Yeah, not at all.
Mm-mm.
But our Patreon is never really stopped running. Even on our break.
We took a little small break, but you guys still have all your Love After Lockup recaps. And we come back with The Hills and Mary this week. And XD had me watching some religious outlaw bullshit on the ABC show. So, go get your life.
And then there's Big Brother every week.
Yes.
Through November.
Yes,
I gotta be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about covering Survivor this season. We'll discuss. So we might need to move on to something else.
That's fine with me. I think we should cover Tia Tamara.
I do want to watch her new show.
That's what I'm saying. Newly divorced people.
Yeah,
like horny teenagers.
Yeah, I am interested.
I am.
Also, the Braxtons made me sad, but I'll talk about that later.
I have a question. No. I have a. If you guys want Braxton recaps, by the way, you must check out Bonnie Scotch. Remember, we love Bonnie Scotch, sister to the show. She does Braxton recaps, and you know she's very thorough with it. And I have a question that I meant to actually call her about. I don't watch the show, but I see the commercials when I have to do Love After Lockup notes. Was Evelyn missing some teeth is she missing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she has ill-fitting dentures.
Well, that's always been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because speaking of which,
Dame.
Mama Dame, that was crazy.
And like they aggressively just came out like, whoa. Too much me and you, sir.
And then he just moved the camera and kept talking.
Yeah.
No, we see the teeth slip out of your head, nigga.
Yeah. One denture don't stop.
Okay, so Evelyn was she's missing. So, but they're so rich. Like, I'm just confused.
Rich people don't take care of their teeth all the time.
But
Morgan
you're
has every shade of brown.
You're not wrong. And I told you, Lawrence Fishburne is musty. But I also
see what I mean? You see what I mean?
He's gonna sue me. Morpheus, please.
And I can't say that she's sad. I have to say that like
Who's sad? Who's sad? Doom, doom, doom.
What's her name? God, I can't think of her name. Oh yes.
You about to text
I'll
it to
text
me?
it to you. I have to.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Let's see here.
Because it would get back to them.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what about her?
They're very sad.
Yeah, but why did you their teeth?
I didn't tell you no, I'm just saying in general. They're just very sad. I just need to bring that up.
A lot of them would be sad. Like,
but my point is this, like, no, that's a problematic thing to say, and I shouldn't say that. So I can't even say that to you. But I will say is that if I'm a celebrity and I have a bunch of money, I would ensure that I have the full team for success.
This is what I'm saying. You're not about to Matt Sharp me and my whole side mouth is like missing.
You know what's crazy? Like,
and then put it in a highlight reel on a commercial? Like, that's, yeah. I'm sorry.
Like, I didn't realize how long I was missing this too. Like, it's been like 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I've known you.
Yeah, it's been gone. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's crazy. But now that I watch and I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm super critical and I'm looking and I'm like, y'all make way too much money.
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
other health issues be dead, but like teeth is one of those things. Like, if you could afford it, you have the money. That's how I know how rich you are for real. No, I'm on a payment plan. Them hoes can pay out right.
No, I agree. I just don't understand how you go on a television show with a highlight reel and a commercial and say, yes, y'all can use this one clip of me and zoom in on my mouth where half of it is missing teeth.
Yeah, that's concerning.
It was concerning for me.
But that show also, they're gonna have to, like, there's only so many episodes we could talk about our fallen sister. You know what I mean? Like, I understand she's passed and we're grieving. Yes. Hopefully only season 1 is about that, and then we move on to season 2 to something else.
I'm sure. How long ago did she pass? You never stopped grieving.
No.
And it's fairly recent, right?
Yeah, it was during the pandemic, or during lockdown, excuse me.
On top of the fact that they dysfunctional as fuck, regardless, like outside of that.
But I'm glad they moved on from harping on their daddy cheating on their mama like 40 years
like
ago.
75 years ago? God damn, that nigga's got grown kids by his third wife. And y'all still... But
anywho, Patreon is lit. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We got some good shit over there. You know... we out here. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, support the kids, support the homies.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more us. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you heard of the carnivore diet yet? It's becoming quite popular because of the amazing transformations in both health and weight loss that people experience when they give it a try. In this longer video, I'm going to try to give you a comprehensive list of everything that you should consider.
And we're black. So we've been gone for a minute. You want to start? How was your month?
Oh, busy
Or
as
do you want me to
fuck.
start?
My God. It's just been nonstop. So you was talking about farts and letting things air out earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I have been vegan for 3 days. Well, vegetarian, because at one point I was like, no, fuck this, I'm putting cheese in this salad. I'm over this, because I had this fabulous honey walnut orange goat
delicious.
chevre from the farmer's market, and so I made this really good salad with like roasted golden beets, purple sweet potato, and then like some nice greens. I think I did some sunflower shoots, radish shoots, pea shoots, and then I did some red onion and some toasted pecans, and I said, nigga, I'm putting cheese in this. Like I'm using this delicious fucking cheese and putting it here, but I haven't had meat for 3 days, which you know is vegan for me. So I have a headache.
Well, let's back up. Why are we choosing to be
So
vegan?
You know, I'm on my road to 40.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Happy birthday. Your birthday was this week.
Thank you.
It was on Wednesday.
You know, being the date that my birthday is, like when the thing happened, everybody forgot. So I don't even make a big deal out of it at this point. It's just like, you know, 9/11 happened, Sweet 16, and then boom, we done.
I'm not sure if we could
16,
use boom
17.
here.
Oh, I guess that was bad timing. Huh?
Remind me to send you a clip from Smosh.
Which reminds me to tell you something in a second. So, road to 40, I'm like, all right, you know, let's make sure that we have all of our doctor's appointments and like identify anything that might need to be identified, you know, get anything like, you know, work on it that needs to be worked on, and just try to really be diligent about ritual and routine. So I said, you know, my morning workouts, I am a PTA mom now, which I will get to that later. But like I do the drop off. I'm like, okay, then I have to do the workout. I want to make sure I'm doing my elixirs every morning that help with my immunity and so forth and so on. So Mary put me onto this, just a natural herbal cleanse, but it's through a company. I'll list all of that stuff if you all are interested. Where it is herbs that clean that focus on cleaning not just your system, like your colon and your intestines and so forth, but also your organs and your blood. So it's got a nettle leaf and a lot of really bitter things in it that are helpful in flushing the toxins from your system. And you do it as a 3-part tea every morning. And really, like when you buy it lasts you can do like a 10-day cleanse even. But because we split it, and then we like split a half of a half because I did it before. We just said a 3-day cleanse. I said I'm gonna do something short and sweet before my birthday and just kind of give myself a jump start, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where so they recommend that you eat plant-based with it because it's more effective. But again, I said fuck that, and I said I'm eating cheese. So that's how I've been vegan for 3 days, and I'm kind of miserable.
Yeah.
I'm kind of miserable. I the same way that some people are like, I think I'm vegan naturally. Like at 4 years old, I just realized I don't like meat. Like I'm like,
always shocked
cool.
by those
I'm the
people.
opposite. Right. I'm shocked by them, but they're probably shocked by me because Mary asked. I went to go pick up the last batch of tea this morning. And I was already a little crabby because I had to drive from across Brooklyn, like, because I had to drop Noah and then go to the other side. Traffic is awful these days. So it took me damn near an hour to get through Brooklyn. And not even deep to go from one. Anyway, so she was like, how do you feel now that we're on the third day? Like, do you feel lighter and more energetic and blah, blah, blah? And I do feel a little more energetic. I will give you that. I'm tired naturally because my sleep schedule's been off. But I do feel a little bit more energetic and lighter. But I said, honestly, I hate this shit. Like, I don't feel better. I was like, I think my body wants meat. So, but no, I do feel good. I'm going to do it every so often. And then also take those herbs and incorporate them into my morning teas just to kind of do like a small daily cleanse. Maybe I'll eat plant-based or vegetarian like a couple times a week just to give my body a break. But this is how I've confirmed that veganism is not for the kid.
The earth is the best. That's why I'm a vegetarian.
Well, that's a start.
I was thinking of going vegan.
I'm a level 5 vegan. I won't eat anything that casts a shadow.
Wow. I started an organic compost pile at home.
Only at home? You mean you don't pocket mulch?
Oh, it's so decomposed.
That's real. I'm so surprised. How long are you doing this? You're doing 10 days?
3.
So today's your last day?
Yes, and I almost said fuck it, but I was like, you can't just do it and then just all of a sudden just be like, no, eat chicken at 7:00. Like, just carry it through the night. Tomorrow's my birthday, and then we back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with reducing your meat intake.
No,
I'll say that. It's good for you. It's good for the environment.
Yeah, very much so.
So between you and me, as if the rest of the world isn't
right.
I too have made a dietary change. I
am eating pussy.
I was gonna make.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. My kid's in middle school, and so am I. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I'm not. Sorry,
SSA strictly.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've rejoined the WW.
Okay.
Yeah. They people talk shit about them, but they worked for me. I'm not advertising them at all because I don't believe in advertising weight loss and shit on this program. But
no,
what I will say,
nor for free,
is that but I will say they have helped me in the past, and I have moved in a space where I need the help.
That's real.
And non-medication wise, because I don't want to do that. I feel like leave that to people who truly need it. But just some sort of like food structure and stuff would be helpful. And so far, so good. I've lost some, and it's not a bad thing. It's just like I still do what I want. It's just
it's helpful. I remember I did it in my 20s. And I remember it being, now I went to one of those fuck ass meetings and I said, get this out of here. You all losers. Everybody in here is sad.
Yeah. Like, I see how it's important for some people.
No,
but
no, of course. Of course. I'm being a bitch, but not for me. It was not the environment for me, and I'm not the environment for y'all. This is not healthy for y'all or myself.
That's like on This Is Us when Kate and them went to Fat Anonymous.
No, because the way that they used to do Kate on that show, and she was also awful. So,
yeah, well, she killed her father, so I don't really.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
No,
but anywho,
the toaster oven killed her father. But anyway, it was that damn dog. But anyway, it was helpful when I did it. Because essentially it was like, all right, if you eat a Chick-fil-A #1 meal, that's 1,400 calories, and you're only allowed 1,500 calories for the day. So then from there, your vegetables are like 0 points, should I say. The things that are leaner, they're like 1 point or 0 points or 2 points, depending upon what it is. So it forces you to be like, all right, I ate my maximum points for the day. So now I have to focus on things that are less than. So I can see how that's
literally what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Like, I was out and I didn't want to, I limited myself within reason, right? Like, okay, girl, you don't need the Oreo cheesecake,
Fair.
So it was just like, but you could have this chicken and waffle situation.
Yes,
that's not what I had, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So it was about balance, and I had found seeded watermelon, and I was like, oh, this is sweet. So I was like, dessert, balance.
There
I don't forcing me to.
Yep.
And
if your fruit's about to go bad, freeze it and then blend it up and make yourself a little sorbet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'm about to buy a Ninja Creamy. Those are a little ice cream maker situation.
Oh, I've never seen.
Oh, yeah. And probably after this, because your FBI agent is listening, it's going to be filled with nothing but Ninja Creamy.
Wasted energy. I already have a Cuisinart ice cream maker. Save it for something else. Send me some good knives, nigga. Like,
oh my gosh. Speaking of, it's been a heat wave here.
Oh, what's
like California is on fire.
The world is, but yes.
No, like literally.
Oh no, again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Over in well, first of all, a couple of things are happening in this state. Can I tell you?
Yes.
So, wildfire, because it has been over 100 degrees for the last 8 days.
Hold on, let me look at this shit.
And so, like, today I think might be the coolest, and it's in the 80s. Or no, it's not. It's 90.
Los Angeles, 89. 89 feels like 90. 37% humidity. That's nothing. Oh, you guys are about to get a little bit of a break.
Oh yes, I know this week, but yes,
excessive heat warning.
Yeah, the problem is with this fire is that it's near like air traffic control, communication equipment. So they keep calling this the airport fire because it's like, girl, get this contained. Otherwise,
we need to get in a location that's not millions of miles away.
I know. And then they had to, I've never heard of this before. They had to evacuate like 200 homes, not because of the fire, for a whole nother issue. The earth is moving so rapidly.
I feel the earth move under my feet.
Yes, but it has ruined sewage and electricity. And so the electric company was like, we can't provide power to that part of California.
More homes in Rancho Palos Verdes will lose power in just a few hours. SoCal Edison says the danger from the landslide is just too much.
Yeah, this comes just a day after more than 100 other homes had their power cut. KCAL's Jasmine Veal spoke to frustrated residents afraid of losing their properties for good.
What?
So, and because due to rapid like earth shifts and movement and stuff. Like apparently something in the thing moves about like a foot every year or something like that. Like it's crazy how rapid this shit is moving. And this community is a cliff community. So if it continues to go, it falls right into the fucking ocean.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
So these people are like, what do I do about my home? I can't sell it because it's unlivable. Like, you're telling me there's no power and you're not going to be able to fix it or fix the sewage.
And we just got to up and move?
Yeah.
And can't make no money on where we already live?
No. So now there's this big like state of emergency discussion about like, well, what do you do? Do you buy their land? Like, do you give them their land value, so they can move and purchase a home? But that makes it very difficult because a lot of people are,
Here's an idea. You could stop sending billions of dollars to people who are demolishing an entire existence with billions and billions of dollars worth of equipment and weaponry. You could stop doing that and figure out how to help your own fucking people. You could. That's nuts. Now, here's my next question. You said these are on a hill next to the ocean. So
it's a mixed community, actually.
Damn. All right, damn.
Because when I looked at the news, I was like, oh, it's a rich white. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Which makes sense because,
there was some brown faces.
Which means they already knew something was off about that land.
Now, growing up, like, even in the Bay, there was landslides and shit, right? And I've always known then, like, this can't be that sustainable. You know what I mean? Like,
and you all have to know this when you create these developments, but you do them and you do it anyway because of greed and capitalism.
Because of greed and capitalism and classism, right? Because this whole idea when people want to live in the Hollywood Hills and outlaw portions of the world where we shouldn't be living because that's not where humans need to live except billy goats.
Right.
You get shit like that. It always kills me when you see them goats just standing on like the mountainside.
Nuts! Fucking me up.
They just be posted, not moving, but just sitting there.
Just sitting.
I was watching this one. It was this National Geographic, and it was like villains. So like everything was like beef, and these billy goats, like or mountain goats, they got into beef with one another, and apparently like they tried to throw one another off the cliff. It was wild. Okay.
It gets outlawed. Cliff.
Oh, it does. That was like nature gets active.
Yeah, they get. Tristan put me onto this page years ago called Nature is Metal.
That's why I follow Nature is Scary.
And Nature is Metal shows how these animals be whooping each other's asses. It is amazing. They're like, would you like to engage in fisticuffs? What else has been going on this break?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's time for us to take a break anyway.
Yes, it is.
Yes. We forgot how to do our jobs. We've been off for a break. And
I know. Brain don't work.
Yeah, I know. Let's take a break and we'll be back with more. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
So how about you? Any kids? I just haven't had time, I was running my own business and all.
Your own business?
Yeah. I invented Post-its.
No, really, what do you do?
And we're black. We are here, still here, like Tisha.
Trying to get blueberries out of my fucking teeth.
So my high school reunion is coming soon.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And so I I was really struggling back and forth with wanting to go or not. You know, I was kind of like, I don't really talk to them and blah, 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 blah. But then I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go.
Okay. However,
I realized that I can craft a whole new identity and they would never know.
No, hold on. Well, first of all, I thought you were about to steal from them, and then you finished.
No, so
but, wait.
I was watching Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, and they were like, "We invented Post-its," and they would have got away with it if Janine Garofalo didn't out them, because Alan Cumming would have let them go with it. But whatever. Sing, Noah.
Noah. Can you close the door, please? No, just close my door. I'm on the toilet. Okay, cool. Close the I'm dead ass in the middle of recording. I'm not cutting this out.
Yeah.
She really tickles me. I made her take a just a quick little swallow of that terrible tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I filmed it. I filmed us taking the tea, and we've been having a good time. Me and this nigga been kicking it because I take her to school every day now since her and her father are now separated in different schools. I know, an adjustment. Mm-hmm.
How is she liking her new school?
She's loving it, actually. So guys, Noah started middle school. She's in 6th grade, and it's a really dope school. It's a really dope school that I think is going to feed all of the different aspects that we were looking for academically and otherwise. So I'm grateful that, because let me tell you, it's a challenge trying to figure out where she was going to go to middle school. And I thought about it, and I said, okay, I think we found our middle school home. As long as everything goes well for this year, that's where she'll stay the next 2 years. But also, I was like, then we don't even have to think about high school for another year and a half, 2 years. And then I was like, we have to think about high schools in another year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
That's
and the
crazy.
And the way New York operates, you have to, it's like a college entrance.
Yeah, because you have more choices for high schools depending upon what you want to specialize in or focus on. So yeah, it's nuts.
Oh my gosh, is she going to go to LaGuardia?
I don't know.
Fame! I'm going to live forever.
I'm going to learn how to fly.
She's an angry black gay named Leroy. That's her friend.
I'm sure she'll find one along the way. I mean, they'll have a different name now. There's no Leroy's her age, but
that'll be a non-binary named River.
There we go. Yeah. Or she'll have a gay homeboy named Samir or something. I don't know.
They'll have normalized Samaj by then.
Yeah, no more Jameses, baby.
Nah.
Nothing but Samajes now. I realize that I'm disgusted with it now at this point, but Noah has a era name. Noah's she has an era name. She's like she's like the Tiffany of the 80s.
I think we're alone now. Who's performed? I feel like she performed here. Tiffany did this summer, and she performed that song. I think we're alone.
Oh,
now. It was some weird 80s
mall reunion
concert. Well, no, it was a world 80s throwback thing. It was Tiffany. I feel like Ice-T performed. Whose daughter looks exactly like him, and you can do with that what you will.
Yeah, I know. Wait, let me. I haven't seen recent pictures, but
because it was first day of school the other day, and he posted, and him and Coco posted, and I was like, Coco wasn't in the room.
I never knew this child. Wait. Oh, never mind. I thought this child's name was Letitia, but that's his oldest.
No.
I was like, Wait,
Word.
vintage. Oh yeah, she look. Oh, she looks just. Oh, I hadn't seen updated. Yeah. Oh, her name's Chanel. Okay.
Yeah,
that
like
tracks
Coco
more.
Chanel.
What, Noah?
I can't find the bag with the tights in it.
The what?
I can't find the bag with the tights.
Because they're in your top drawer on the right with the rest of the dance stuff.
I couldn't find. No, I saw black tights, but they were ripped, and then I saw. Wait, are they in a package?
Yes.
Sorry, I will bother you again. Sorry.
That's a lie, because you said that already 4 times ago. That's a lie. Oh, this, okay. Yeah, she's her daddy's child. This looks like, she looks like she should be on SVU, except she got pumpkins on her dress. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
James Earl Jones died.
Yeah, he did. You know, it was so funny because there's I don't have anything shady to say about him.
All right.
No, because I watch Frasier at night, as the go to bed show, and the night before, the episode that that James Earl Jones was on happened to play like before I went to sleep. And it's an interesting episode because you could tell, like, James Earl Jones was an actor, a thespian. And so is Kelsey Grammer, honestly. And so they were acting off.
I know they were.
I was like, oh, they are.
I know they were.
Yeah.
That made me so sad.
Are you here visiting somebody? Oh, no. I'm just here with a friend of mine, Ross. She's here doing some community service. Ah, the Angel of Death. Nice gal. I remember one day I was listening to your program, and it was right after my wife died, and I was going through.
It did, like then Chris Ryder's gonna play the Circle of Life, and that's the one song that gets me all misty and emotional.
That's fair.
Like, yes, we are in the fucking circle. Of
We gotta go watch
goddamn.
all the James Earl Jones movies.
Gotta watch Claudine.
Oh, Claudine! Taking
Should've won an
youthful,
Oscar. Him and,
The Sandlot.
Diane Carroll. The Sandlot.
I love Diane Carroll so much. I love Diane.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, The Sandlot. Remember when she was? I don't know. Out of all of the things that Diane Carroll has been in, like out of all the things Diane Carroll has been in, every time her name is mentioned,
you think of Jackie's Back?
No, I think I think of Eve's Bayou.
It's Bayou, but she was playing Juve.
Not even Jackie's Back. Like that's not even like the second or the third image.
When her
different world.
Debbie Morgan with the eye.
I told you, this girl I used to be friends with, Debbie Morgan, was her stepmother.
That's so random.
And she said she was mean as motherfuck. So every time, but then that girl ended up being mean. So I was like, every time Debbie Morgan come on my TV, I'd be like, "Ooh, that's what's her face ex-mother, stepmother," and she might be mean as fuck. But she might not be. She might have just hated her.
Probably.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Probably.
What else happened? Oh, Rich Homie Quan died too.
Yeah, he did. Overdose, I believe, right?
Yeah, which is really
what's the light out of this whole situation is when Quavo decided to go to Instagram and post a picture of the Migos and
Rich Homie Quan
and Jeffrey. But in the picture, he posted emojis over each person. So over Takeoff, he put like a dove because he's dead. Over Rich Homie Quan, he put a dove over, because he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Offset, he put a heartbroken emoji over his head. And this nigga decided to put a broken chain over fucking Thugger's
Wait.
Because that nigga in jail.
Wait a minute.
You gotta Google it because they're like
he took it off.
Yeah, because it was his stories.
Oh, it was his story. Wait.
The day Rich Homie Quan passed away, and it was like
he's not
what?
well. He's not well. Hold on, Quavo. I know Rich Homie Quan was up there like nigga or
up.
I know. I was. I know he was wherever he was, and he was like, "Nigga, where is this?"
It's like what, in The Good Place where they're in like purgatory, and it just looks like Bakersfield.
Okay,
like,
that is the middle place. First of all, that's the middle place.
Yeah.
Hold on, images.
Rick Homie thugger in the motherfucker. Rick Homie thugger in the motherfucker. Rich gang, fucked up, baby. Got like 4 ounces in the 20, bitch. I'm black.
You know, Takeoff's death really still makes me very sad. And the Migos breaking up also makes me very sad. But let me tell you something. This is how you know Takeoff was the anchor and like the better rapper out of everybody. Although Offset was a close second. I have really been getting my life, and it's not new, to Quavo and Takeoff's Hotel Lobby. Not a very long. That's my jam. That's my jam.
Let's get it. Hop off a 16 passenger. This a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge. Get coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek. Drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she say she saying 3D.
How about the 16 passenger?
I miss early Migos. Like, you know what I mean? Like early, like they were hungry.
Not too early because my first introduction to Migos was when I worked at Sony. Versace. And we all were cackling in that office like, what in the fuck is this? But then quickly after, it was like, oh, now hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, Quavo IG post Rich Homie Quan. Did he make the Hit the Quan song? Oh,
no.
May God be with us. Never saw this being a part of our journey. So him and Offset still hate each other.
Yeah, I wish they would. I wish they.
Why handcuffs? Broken.
You see what I mean?
Break every chain, Thugger.
Yes. Break every chain, Jeffrey. Get free. Get loose. Jeffrey, thou art loose.
Quavo,
Thugger, thou
this
art
is why
loose.
you can't take niggas too seriously because they always do some shit.
They do shit.
Well,
like that.
I pray for that young man's spirit. I hope that he had a easeful journey to wherever he was supposed to. I don't know nothing about him, so I can't. You know, I don't know anything outside. You said "Hit the Quan" was or was not his song.
I don't believe that was his song,
but it was in spirit of him.
Sure.
I would imagine so. Let me see. Rich Homie Quan. What song? Oh, wild clap, rap, 20 rap, rap. And what else did he have?
My nigga.
Wait, no, that's not. Is that his song?
It's him and YG and a bunch of other.
Let's see.
You know, urban Negro griot.
Rich Homie. Oh, they've been searching for his name. Oh, he sings that type of way. Type of way.
No way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He was a hook girl.
Yeah.
He was the Khalees of the hip hop scene for a while.
Oh, he looked. Oh.
He was adorable.
Yeah. What a handsome young man.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
I was thinking because you know who came on my my shuffle the other day while I was at the gym.
Who that?
Young Dolph. And I was like, get paid, young nigga, get paid.
A loss to the community.
So many of these young people.
Young rich.
You know, there was a porn star, porn actor that just got killed the other day.
No, that was bad timing, Jade. That's
I had to, you know, I'm trying to.
Because not everybody's a star. Oh,
no.
Yeah, right.
Right. Not everybody's a star. I mean,
what were you saying?
Well, he's dead. No Wendy Williams.
Okay,
sorry.
that's this. It's like the other day when I told you I was making the videos while I was taking those teas. I told you they clean the bloods in the organ. And this is awful. You can bleep this, Abe. Please, I think you should. You all can gauge. You tell me what you think. And it just blurted out another terrible, intrusive thought. But as I was making the video and taking it, it was so awful. I was like, oh, I'd rather have a blood disease. And then I was like, no! Why would you say that? I was like, why would you?
I've said worse things. It's fine.
I was like, but I had to shout. I was to myself. I was like, why would you fucking say that? You don't mean.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that.
I know.
But yes.
But it's how bad it tasted.
Yeah. I can't imagine like you drinking Eye of Newt tea like that's.
Well, you know that's not out of the box. It's the plant based.
Also,
and let me say plantish because again, cheese.
So did you? What did my mother ask you? Okay, so
oh my God, I forgot to answer her. Oh no!
That was 3 weeks ago.
Oh my God! Hold on, Christine. Oh. Edit it out.
They know her name. They know her name.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait. Oh no! Please text her right now and tell her we're recording, and you just brought her name up, and just tell her right now. Oh, where is her text? Oh, I feel awful. Mother, hold. Oh God. Oh, I'm the worst. Tell her I'm the worst. I can't even believe that I forgot to text your mom back. What a nasty. Okay, I'll find it later. And you text her, please, and tell her that I'm so sorry. Tristan, hold on. Such a mom. So I'm joining the PTA.
Mm-hmm. That's fun.
Sure. I don't know yet. I just feel like, all this talk we've been doing. I was like,
yeah. But I think it's important because, I don't know the type of people at your daughter's school, but like.
I was pleasantly pleased. I'm not surprised. I would never put her in a all white nothing, but I was more
that don't
pleased.
Mean nothing. There could still be uppity Negroes that ain't,
This is also true. True. But the landscape was what I needed when I picked her up on the first day. Because remember, we enrolled a little later, and so we did the tour, and obviously nobody is there but the educators. And so I was like, all right, I really appreciate the diversity of this staff because I met at least 5 Black women teachers, couple Black male teachers. I met at least 1 or 2 Latino male teachers. It was a nice, diverse landscape. And I saw I could count less white women than I could like the other people. Mm-hmm. But when I didn't know what the student landscape would be. And so when I picked her up on the first day, I was like, I feel good all over. Yeah. Actually, when I dropped her off, because that's when you really see what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, PTA is super important. I remember my friend when growing up, his mom was always like, my mother used to say something so shady, and this is the shadiest thing she's probably ever said in her life, but she was like, PTA is for women who don't have jobs. But I was like, oh my God. And the reason why she said that is because my friend in school, his mom was the president of the PTA, and her and my mother went to high school together.
Okay.
And my mother knew her, but not necessarily cared for her all that much.
Uh-huh.
But she tolerated her because her son and my son and me were friends. So every time, my friend's mom would try to get my mother into something, she'd be like, I have a job.
That was such a typical Black mother response.
I have to go to work. But then there'd be moments where I would tell her well, David's mom did this and that. And so therefore she'd feel like she needed to compete and show out and stuff like that. So Like I remember,
What
like
a little asshole you were.
She had. I wasn't like trying to like show up. I would just share it with her when she asked.
Oh,
me,
copy.
like,
Okay,
I didn't give
okay.
a shit about that.
Okay.
I didn't want to be at the function. Anyway,
yeah. Okay.
I
truth.
wanted to be at home.
Truth.
Like when my mother would be like, "Oh, you want me to come on the field trip?" Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to come on the field trip.
I was like, I didn't want to go. Can I stay home today? And she'd be like, no, go. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, can I have more money then? Like, it was very much like, you could come if you won't.
Yeah. It doesn't make me any never mind.
Yeah, but when she was there, she made her presence known. She was like, yes, I'm your mom. Like, she used to be very like, I don't know if you try to overcompensate because you feel guilty because you work it all the time, or because you hate these other white women so bad that you want to just put it in the face that you gainfully employed. Probably a little from column A and a little from column B.
Yeah. I just want to make my spirit and my presence known, just in case there's some bullshit afoot on behalf of these babies, and be like, all right, because I just didn't know what the landscape was going to be, which means I didn't know. And also my own internalized misogyny said, well, most of these bitches don't have jobs who probably and we're millennials, so there's a couple of stay-at-home dads too. But
yeah, that is so funny.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
It's good that we keep the recipes alive.
We are. Oh my god. Oh, let's take a break, and then I'm gonna tell you what I accidentally went down a rabbit hole on.
Okay, hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is a video of a 1960 Zimmer mobile home. It is a 10 by 50 home, and it's all in all pretty. This is a front kitchen model, along with.
And we're back. Tell me.
I don't. Toilet time. So I know it's outlaw. So I don't know why this popped up. I think it's the food videos, and then maybe.
Oh yeah, I have been watching a lot of food.
Maybe it just like it was like, girl, we don't know what else to show you. So I stumbled upon trailer home content and food videos, like trailer park stay at home moms who also make like family and food content.
Are you talking about this one girl, the big hippie white girl that got a black husband?
Oh, I don't know if I stumbled on her.
And she got like baddie. I'll find her and show her.
I don't think
FBI agent. Show her to me. You know who I'm talking about.
Wait, you talking about the big white lady?
Mm-hmm.
And
her nigga's like a firefighter, and
I don't know.
They live in Florida, and she has like.
I did. Yes,
she looks like Pink.
Yes,
kinda.
She came. She was part of that algorithm. It started off with this real short white woman who makes it was like dinner. Like I'm not being classist and egregious.
Oh, I do. Every time I watch the meals of.
I try not to, and I'm like, well, God's still working.
You don't have to go to culinary school or whatever the fuck to know what shit looks good and when it doesn't. You know what I mean?
I know. And then people be roasting her, and I feel bad because her babies are autistic, so they got sensory shit. So then, like, she gives them the same shit because that's what they'll eat, and she tries to make sure they got the nutrients. So she'll give them like noodles with nutritional yeast and some fruit or something else. But people be dogging her. They be dogging her in those comments. They're like, why don't you? And I was like, it's trailer park food and family content is just a genre that I didn't think I would find. I'm not your target audience, but somehow I got swept up in it. And then it brought a plethora of like terrible Midwestern food mom content creators into my shit.
Salads, like Midwest salads.
That come with like maraschino
Jello,
cherries and
mayo,
mayonnaise.
Maraschino
I was like, bro, how the fuck did I get this out of here? Yeah, I think my FBI agent heard me and like starts sifting a little bit of it out, but it was a fascinating day on the toilet.
Oh, hi there, and welcome to Minnesota salads that aren't really salads. Today's ingredients for Snickers salad. That's right, in Minnesota, Snickers and apples can make a salad. I never said it was healthy. If you want to make the salad extra Minnesotan.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Caucasian hood tours, you know?
Especially when they got the black husband effect.
Yeah. Oh yes, but I do watch I'm fascinated by white moms in the Midwest. I'm it's not a lifestyle that I would ever be familiar with.
Maybe that's why I got into Meet the Goldbergs.
But it's also a lifestyle that is super American that they try to like make us be representative of, right? So like the Goldbergs, right? I didn't grow up that way, but we all understand what the Goldbergs was in the 80s, and the matching sweaters and the wood paneling and shit like that.
Yes.
So like on my TikTok, I follow this white girl. She's like a mom of 8.
Okay.
And she meal preps for a whole week in an hour. It is fascinating.
Does the food look good or
well,
like,
here's
what's
the
she
thing.
making?
She don't cook. She just prepares like you would do in a restaurant.
Okay.
Like and all that stuff.
Chopping
and
up a bunch of shit.
When it's time to go, it's time to go. All she does is, a little Ziploc.
That's smart.
For whatever little taco night they having.
That's okay. That makes sense. Because that does streamline things and make it. That's called mise en place. Mise en place. Yes. Getting your things together.
It's just so fascinating. And then like this other woman I follow, they live in like they live in Oklahoma, and she's like this big white. Well, she's not a big white lady. She reminded me of like what's her name on Suzanne on Designing Women, Delta Burke. And she got her like country lumberjack, kind of attractive white man, and they make like homemade things together, like wine. And like she made like blueberry wine one day.
Okay.
She makes her own butter, but like it's very much like they live in some outlawed trade. Like it's not no glamorous white girl. I go to Bunda every week. No, like regular. I drive a Ford.
Yeah.
Or what's it called? A Windstar. Remember the van?
What are those now? Siennas.
Yes. The Siennas used to be the Plymouth, okay?
Plymouth. Oh no, they still make those.
Really?
Yeah, they still make those. You will if you want to see what minivans are still, being made, just drive through Williamsburg on a Saturday, and I'll just leave that right there.
Well, that's all I have.
Crown Heights.
That's all I have for today. Because that's nope.
Shout out to the bitch from New Hampshire in that little red smart car from this morning. I hope that you're fucking. I hope you choke on your spit in the middle of your sleep tonight.
Well, that concludes today's episode. We're back. That's it.
Yeah.
We'll see you all next time.
Ta-ta.
Yes, we're moving on up.
Hello, everybody out there in Jade and XD land. Remember, life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck, then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. You know, back to school, I know, wreaked havoc on everybody's pockets. And this is the perfect time, you know, if Lil Man or, you know, Lil River, Lil Owl got a school project and you ain't got it, download that Earnin app, get you in advance, and don't even worry about it. Set it and forget it. They'll just take that money right on out your account and you don't even have to think about it. And you should just make Earnin a part of your financial routine and join Earnin's over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about Earnin, I think about financial security, stability, and it gives me a lot of peace of mind. So, download Earnin today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, type in JadeXD under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. JadeXD under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, location, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TUS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolved Bank and Trust, member FDIC.